I'm Glennys Young, Chair of the Department of History, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you to History's 2021 Convocation. Before we begin today, I'd like to recognize that many of us are on the historic and contemporary lands of the Duwamish, Suquamish, and Muckleshoot nations and other Coast Salish peoples who call the waters and the coastline of the Salish Sea home. This is such a joyous occasion as we celebrate our graduates. The Department of History is so proud of each and every one of you. We also recognize and we salute the family members and friends who have supported and accompanied you on your journey. Again, congratulations on your achievement. This is a tremendous accomplishment and one that has and will transform your lives. And now it's my great honor to introduce this year's convocation speaker, my cherished colleague, Professor Quintard Taylor. Professor Taylor is the Dorothy and Scott Bullitt Emeritus Professor of History. He's also the founder of blackpast.org, which is a website with over 7,000 posts that's dedicated to providing information to the general public on African-American history and the history of more than 1 billion people of African ancestry throughout the world. Professor Taylor is also a prolific scholar. He is the author of many books, including The Forging of a Black Community, Seattle's Central District from 1870 through the Civil Rights era. And he has trained many graduate students who themselves have gone on to have distinguished careers. So welcome, Professor Taylor. We're very eager to hear what you have to say.
I want to thank Professor Glennys Young and the faculty of the History Department at the University of Washington for inviting me to be the convocation speaker this year. For you, the students, this is all-important graduation day. For all the rest of us, however, no matter where you are, this is Liberation Day from the worst medical catastrophe in a century, the coronavirus pandemic. Admittedly, we are not all completely free from it, but this graduation, as all of you know, is far better than what we saw in 2020. Congratulations are in order to you, the class of 2021. 6 PhD students, 1 MA student, 99 undergraduate students will get your degrees today. This is your day as you prepare for this, the final step in the process of a major life accomplishment, receiving a college degree. To all the graduates in the sound of my voice, I say, savor this moment, because with the possible exception of your marriage and the birth of your children, this may be the most important moment in your life. It is certainly the moment that will transform your life. I could give glowing statistics on the power of education to transform one's life, but I won't. Instead, I want you to recall what you learned in your classes in Chinese history, and South Asian history, and Latin American history, and African history, or the surveys in US history or world history. I have absolutely no doubt that you see the world differently and more intelligently because of those classes. That's the transformative power of education. I do want to give you, however, a specific example of that transformative power. I grew up in Brownsville, Tennessee, which was and remains a sleepy cotton town in the Tennessee Delta, and by all standards, one of the poorest communities in the United States. In fact, the only famous person to come from Brownsville is Tina Turner. The example I want to share, however, is another Brownsville native that you have never heard of. Her name, Felicia Whitmore Abor. She was born and she grew up in Brownsville, Tennessee. Luckier than most, she grew up in a household where at least her mother had graduated from college. Felicia herself graduated from Lane College in Jackson, Tennessee in 1971. She received her degree when only 300,000 Black people out of 24 million across the US had completed college. Let me repeat that. She received a degree when only 300,000 people out of 24 million Black folks had completed college. To the surprise of many in her family, Felicia did not stop there. Pursuing her dream of becoming a research scientist, she received an MS degree from Tennessee State University in 1975 in microbiology. She then moved to Houston, Texas, and became a medical researcher at the famous MD Anderson Cancer Center. In 1991, she and 7 other scientists, and I want to remark here that all the other scientists were both male and white. She and 7 other scientists working at the center discovered the process by which bone marrow and blood stem cells could be used to treat blood cancers, such as leukemia and lymphoma, and as well as solid tumors, such as breast cancer. That discovery would revolutionize the treatment of cancer and eventually save tens of thousands of lives. Felicia Whitmore Agbor's education was transformative, not only for herself, her life, but it ultimately affected the lives of people that she would never meet, including possibly some of you within the sound of my voice. Felicia Whitmore Agbor is sitting in the Zoom audience today. I will embarrass her by asking her to wave at all of you. Your history degree may not result in you finding the cure for cancer. It will, however, open up a world of opportunities that you can only imagine at this point. Every astronaut, every corporate CEO, every doctor, every attorney, every judge, every professional historian, every elementary teacher or high school teacher began his or her career as a college graduate, and many of them as history majors. That history degree will make you a better and more informed citizen. As the recent events of January 6th proved, we need that more than ever now. We need an informed citizenry who understand the world even when our political leaders do not. That degree will certainly change the lives and destiny of your children and your children's children. Most obviously, a college degree remains a major bulwark against intergenerational poverty. Yeah, I know you have student loans and they will be difficult. I had them too. But you will have an earnings capacity that ensures that you will have the ability to pass on your prosperity to generations to come. But you will pass on something that's far more important than economic advantage. As college graduates, and especially as history graduates, you will be equipped with a profound knowledge and understanding of the world that you will pass on to your children. That knowledge and understanding will change the lives of people in this country and around the world, including people that you probably will never meet. You've taken the first step, the first major step in transforming your lives and the lives of your children and your children's children. Now you have the opportunity to transform the world. Seize this moment, cherish it. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Thank you very much.